Hello, my name is Dana Corby, and today I'll be presenting on social media addiction, how digital habits shape health, and how AI can help break us free. Social media has become deeply integrated into daily life, but with its benefits come significant public health concerns. Today, we'll explore social media addiction as a behavioral health issue, its consequences, and how emerging AI technologies may help address it. Today's presentation will focus on the public health implications of social media addiction, current and emerging AI applications that aim to reduce harmful digital behaviors, and evidence-based recommendations for prevention and intervention. This project has three main goals. First, I aim to examine the psychological, behavioral, and emotional factors that contribute to social media addiction. Second, I evaluate how artificial intelligence tools can help detect early signs of addiction and support behavioral change. Finally, I discuss broader public health implications and offer practical recommendations for individuals, clinicians, and communities. Description of the condition. Social media addiction is considered a type of behavioral addiction. It is characterized by excessive time spent on social media platforms, loss of control over usage, and withdrawal-like symptoms when access is limited. This condition often interferes with daily functioning, including academic, occupational, and social responsibilities. It also frequently co-occurs with other emotional or behavioral vulnerabilities, such as anxiety, depression, or insecure attachment styles. Social media addiction represents a growing global public health concern, particularly among adolescents and young adults. Research shows a steady increase in problematic social media use worldwide, raising concerns about long-term mental health outcomes and the strain this behavior places on individuals and healthcare systems. The projected global social media users in the year 2025 was close to 4.5 billion users. Social media addiction has been strongly linked to several negative mental health outcomes. These include increased stress, anxiety, and depressive symptoms, as well as poor sleep quality. Emotional insecurity is also common, with users often relying on social media for validation and connection, which can worsen psychological distress. When we look at health disparities, adolescents and university students are the most studied and most affected populations. Higher risk is observed among individuals with high levels of neuroticism, low self-control, and insecure attachment styles. These traits can increase susceptibility to compulsive and emotionally driven social media use. This graph shows that 80% of adolescents, 65% of university students, and 25% of adults have a social media addiction. Health disparities. In terms of place, social media addiction is prevalent across many countries, with no clear difference between urban and rural settings. From a time perspective, usage tends to spike during late-night hours, which contributes to sleep disruption and worsens overall mental and physical health. For this project, I conducted a literature review using Google, Google Scholar, and PubMed. Search terms included social media and addiction. In total, I reviewed 12 peer-reviewed studies, 3 news articles, and 2 formal reports to capture both academic and real-world perspectives. The reviewed studies included surveys, systematic reviews, meta-analysis, longitudinal studies, and technology-focused research. Common assessment tools included behavioral questionnaires, Likert scales, and validated mental health measures to evaluate addiction severity and psychological outcomes. Significant findings. Across the literature, strong associations were consistently found between social media addiction and mental health issues, such as depression, anxiety, stress, and sleep disturbances. Several personality and behavioral traits were linked to higher addiction risk. High neuroticism and low self-control were particularly strong predictors of compulsive use. Social media addiction often co-occurs with other behavioral addictions, including gaming and general internet addiction. The cost burden associated with social media addiction includes increased healthcare utilization, greater demand for mental health services, and productivity loss in schools and workplaces. Emotionally, individuals may experience strained relationships, increased loneliness, and social withdrawal. Caregiver stress is also common, especially when adolescents are affected. Several AI-based tools show promise in addressing social media addiction. AI chatbots can provide emotional support and coping strategies. Predictive algorithms can analyze usage patterns to detect early warning signs of addiction. Digital well-being apps track screen time and suggest healthier digital habits. Despite their benefits, AI tools raise important ethical concerns. These include privacy risks related to data collection, potential misuse of personal behavioral information, and over-reliance on automated mental health tools. Bias is another concern, as algorithms may misinterpret behaviors across different cultures or reinforce stereotypes. Unequal access to AI technologies also risks widening existing health disparities. Public health implications. From a public health perspective, there is a strong need for digital literacy programs that promote healthy online habits and increase awareness of addiction warning signs. Mental health support should be better integrated into schools and workplaces through early screening, counseling services, and sleep hygiene education. Practical and clinical applications. In public health practice, community campaigns can promote safer social media use and prevention strategies. Clinicians and family members can screen for social media addiction during routine healthcare visits, provide cognitive behavioral techniques to reduce compulsive use, and encourage balanced digital habits and consistent sleep routines. In conclusion, social media addiction is a significant and growing public health issue. It is driven by a complex interaction of emotional, psychological, and behavioral factors. While AI tools offer promising opportunities for prevention and intervention, they must be implemented with careful ethical oversight. Ultimately, public health action, education, and clinical support are essential to reducing the risks associated with social media addiction. Thank you for listening to my presentation. The references listed here include peer-reviewed studies that inform this presentation, focusing on behavioral mechanisms, mental health outcomes, and prevention strategies related to social media addiction.